Fought to keep my job, but walking away set me free. Hey, I'm James Carter, 35, from Seattle, Washington. For 10 years, I poured my soul into Nexus Tech, a Fortune 500 tech giant, climbing from call center rep to team lead. Months after my promotion, my mentor quit, and the new manager turned my life into a nightmare. I was damn good at my job, perfect attendance, glowing client reviews, merit raises. Yet, I became his target. I still hear his smug voice. "You're not cutting it, Carter." Before I share how I broke free, drop your city in the comments and hit like if a boss ever pushed you to your limit. I grew up in a working-class Seattle suburb, raised by a single mom who worked double shifts at a diner. No silver spoons, just grit. After community college, I landed at Nexus, drawn by its cushy benefits. The call center was brutal, but I thrived, solving client tech issues with a smile. My manager, Sarah, saw my hustle and pushed me up. By 34, I led a team, earning enough to buy a fixer-upper with my wife, Rachel. Our mortgage was tight, but we scraped by, dreaming of a stable future. Then Sarah quit. Enter Greg Larson, the new director. From day one, he didn't like me. No reason. Just a gut vibe. My metrics were stellar. 98% client satisfaction, 0 absences, bonus-worthy performance. But Greg's eyes narrowed when I spoke in meetings. "Keep it tight, Carter," he snapped, ignoring my ideas. I brushed it off. Focus on work, right? Wrong. It started small. My khakis, fine under Sarah, suddenly violated business casual. I got written up for a 2-minute late clock-in, despite a jammed elevator. Greg accused me of misusing office supplies. Pens, really. My calls, monitored for quality, were nitpicked hourly. Nexus had strict standards: hit your numbers or miss raises. Firing took steps: verbal coaching, written warnings, remediation. Short of stealing, you were safe. I was solid, so Greg couldn't touch me on performance. But he was determined to break me. Daily write-ups kicked in. I'd arrive at 7:30 a.m., finding a memo on my desk demanding my signature before clocking in. Greg hovered, grilling me about yesterday's calls, then docked me for late logins. Once I got chewed out for answering an email at 7:58 a.m., pre-shift. Work became a horror show. My stomach knotted in the parking lot. Twice a week, I'd cry in my car, haunted by nightmares of his smirk. Why did I stay at Nexus Tech? Rachel and I were drowning. Our mortgage had nearly foreclosed once. We barely saved the house. Nexus's benefits, healthcare, 401k, were lifelines. 4 years invested, I couldn't walk away. Job hunting? Impossible. Calls and screens were tracked, and the attendance policy was ironclad, no time for interviews. Plus, damn it, I was good. Clients loved me sending thank you emails. Why was this happening to me? My flaw: I'm a pleaser. It made me a stellar rep. Clients left happy, but it left me vulnerable to Greg Larson's abuse. I doubled my effort, hoping he'd see my worth. Spoiler: he didn't. He wanted me gone. For 2 years he chipped away, turning my pride into dread. Greg's attacks grew sharper. I'd hit the office at 7:30 a.m., memo waiting, sign or no shift. He'd grill me on calls, delaying my login, then cite tardiness. A 7:58 a.m. email reply? Violation. My khakis were sloppy, pens missing, calls were dissected, wrong tone. My team watched, helpless, as I sank. I trained new reps, led by example, but write-ups piled up. Unprofessional. Script miss. Lies, but policy backed him. I'd park, forcing myself inside, heart racing. Tuesdays and Thursdays I'd cry in my car, Greg smirk in my dreams. Rachel begged, "Quit, James." I couldn't. Foreclosure scars lingered. My pleaser streak made me Greg's target. I worked harder, hoping he'd relent. He saw a bullseye. Team meetings stung. Greg praised others, ignored me. My ideas? Trash. A client's praise email? Bare minimum. My team whispered support but feared his wrath. I'd arrive early only to face his interrogations, missing logins, earning write-ups. The office was a cage, my spirit caged tighter. One night, Rachel wiped my tears. "James, it's not getting better." She was right, but quitting meant no unemployment. My resume, 5, 8-year stints, promotions, was solid, but a firing could sting. Nexus gave only hire dates for references, no rehires, so I'd survive. I stayed, proving I was right, even as Greg broke me. The weight of those 2 years crushed my confidence, but I wasn't ready to give up, not yet. I kept showing up, clinging to the hope that my work would speak for itself, even as the noose tightened. 2 years under Greg Larson's boot at Nexus Tech, I, James Carter, was a shadow of myself. Daily write-ups, hourly call audits, my life was a list of Greg's invented failures. I hit every metric, earned client love, but he grinned, "Not enough, Carter." Seattle's office felt like a prison. Comment below if a boss ever made you dread your desk. Rachel and I clung to our crumbling house, mortgage swallowing us. Nexus's benefits, 401k, healthcare, kept me chained. Job hunting under Greg's watch? No way. Tracked calls, rigid schedules. I was good. Clients sent gifts, raved online. Why me? Greg's grip tightened. I'd arrive at 7:30 a.m., memo waiting. Sign or no clock in. He'd quiz calls, stall my login, then write late. A 7:58 a.m. email infraction, shirts unkempt, supplies stolen, calls off script. My team saw me fade, powerless. I'd park, gut-twisting, forcing my feet inside. Wednesdays, Fridays, I'd cry in my car, Greg's face in nightmares. Rachel, leave James. Foreclosure scars, benefits, couldn't. My pleaser nature, great for clients, made me Greg's prey. I worked harder, hoping he'd see me. He saw a target. A team meeting snapped me. Greg played my call. A fix for a client, Mike. I used his name per policy, multiple times. He paused, smirking. No last name, Carter. Fail. My team gasped. It was a setup. He filed a final warning. Quality issues. A week later, he called me in, grinning. "You're done. Quality." HR handed me papers and I walked out, numb. I filed for unemployment. Greg contested, but the hearing exposed him. My record, raises, client praise, clashed with his petty write-ups. The judge saw his vendetta. I won, but it felt empty. Rachel's words echoed, "It's not getting better." She was right. I'd fought to prove myself, losing my soul. Clients called my cell, shocked. "Best rep ever, James." They offered rec letters, keeping me afloat. I realized I'd endured too long, but I wasn't broken. Not yet. The fight wasn't over, but the office was behind me. I had to rebuild, and those client voices reminded me I was more than Greg's target. I was still standing, ready to find my way. Fired from Nexus Tech, I, James Carter, sat in my Seattle driveway, jobless, but oddly light. Greg Larson's 2-year war, write-ups, audits, lies, ended with my firing for quality. A call without Mike's last name? Bullshit. His smirk as I left burned. Comment if you've been unfairly pushed out. Rachel hugged me. "You're free, James." Free, but broke. Our mortgage loomed, savings thin. Unemployment was my lifeline. I fought for it, knowing Greg's case was weak. At the hearing, my record, perfect attendance, client raves, buried his flimsy write-ups. The judge saw the game. I won, but scars lingered. Why endure? Our house, nearly foreclosed, needed my pay. Nexus's 401k, healthcare, vital. 4 years in, I couldn't quit. Job hunting under Greg? Calls tracked, no interview time. My resume, long roles, promotions, could take a hit, but Nexus gave only hire dates for references, no rehires. I stayed, proving I was right, at a cost. Clients called, stunned I was gone. Best rep ever, James. Their rec letter offers fueled me. I networked quietly. LinkedIn, coffee with ex-colleagues. A client, Lisa, tipped me to a role at Cascade Solutions, a Seattle startup. I applied, heart racing. Greg's shadow clung. Nightmares of his smirk. Rachel. He's gone, James. Doubt gnawed. Was I enough without Nexus? Cascade's interview came. I leaned on my metrics, client praise. They loved my grit. You led through hell. I got the job. Better pay. No call center grind. At Cascade, I breathed again. No memos, no audits. My boss, Claire, valued me. But Greg's damage, stress, self-doubt, lingered. I'd flinch at emails, expecting write-ups. Claire saw, gave space. I led a project, earned a bonus. Rachel framed it. You're back. I was, but healing took time. The fight to reclaim myself was just beginning, but I was on my feet, building a future free of Greg's chains. A year at Cascade Solutions, I, James Carter, rebuilt myself. Seattle's skyline glowed. As a project lead, I shed Greg Larson's chains. No call audits, no petty memos. Claire said, "You're a star, James." But Greg's 2 years scarred me. Comment if a toxic boss still haunts you. Rachel and I stabilized. Cascade's pay covered our mortgage. We fixed the porch. Unemployment checks bridged us thanks to my win over Greg. Nexus clients emailed offering rec letters. Their faith reminded me who I was. But nights brought flashbacks, Greg's smirk, car tears. I'd wake, checking for write-ups. Claire noticed my tension at feedback. "You're safe," she said. I shared Greg's vendetta. She nodded. Some bosses crush people. You survived. Her trust healed me. I led a software launch, got a bonus. Rachel framed it. Proof you're enough. Doubt lingered, but faded. Why'd I stay? Fear. Losing our house, benefits, kept me at Nexus. My pleaser streak, great for clients, made me Greg's target. I worked harder, hoping he'd see me. Rachel's, "It's not getting better," woke me. Quitting would have cut unemployment. Staying proved me, but broke me. LinkedIn pinged. An ex-Nexus teammate, Mike, wrote, "Greg's fired. Harassment." I exhaled, vindicated but hollow. His fall didn't erase my pain. I called Mom, retired now. "You're tougher," she said. Her diner shifts echoed my grind. A neighbor kid I mentored, Ellie, asked, "Why stay so long?" I sighed. Thought I had to. My regret? Not leaving sooner. I hold Ellie. Walk from bullies. She hugged me, her future brighter. Greg's war taught me my worth, but cost me 2 years. I'd never give another bully that power. Cascade was my fresh start, but the scars reminded me to guard my peace and never let a job define me again. 2 years at Cascade Solutions. I'm James Carter, 36, free. Seattle's mountains lift me. Leading projects, I've got Claire's trust, a team's respect. Greg Larson's ghost, smirk write-ups, faded. I'm whole. Comment if you found peace after a toxic job. Rachel and I thrive. Our house, once a foreclosure scare, is ours. Cascade's benefits beat Nexus's, with human vibes. No call tracking, no hourly audits. Clients praise me, but I don't need it. I know my value. Greg's war showed me, no job owns you. I mentor at a Seattle tech boot camp, guiding hungry kids like I was. One, Jamal, mirrors me. "Don't stay where you're hated," I say. He nods, eyes fierce. Nexus clients still reach out, some hiring Cascade, citing me. It's closure, not revenge. Rachel and I took a weekend at Puget Sound, first in years. By the water, she said, "You're you again, James." I was. Greg didn't break me, but nearly did. My regret? 2 years lost. Mom, traveling now, called, proud son. Her voice, once weary, soared. LinkedIn buzzed. Greg's new gig crashed, his rep trashed. I felt no joy, just pity. He was small, I wasn't. Ellie, now in college, emailed, "You showed strength." I framed it with Rachel's bonus note. My win wasn't Greg's fall. It was me standing. If your boss wants you out, it won't improve. Quit or fight, but know your worth. Dust off your resume, lean on allies, ditch bullies. Nexus's firing didn't kill me, it freed me. My regret is lingering too long. Don't make mine. Build your life. You're worth more than a job that breaks you, and the world's bigger than any bully's desk.